This is week 4, and we're going to start practicing to give the speech. So the culmination of this whole week will be Sunday night when you turn in your actual recording of your informative speech. All right, so we've been building towards it. We've been building on getting how to write the speech. We started with the 3 things speech. We learned that you write front matter, to get ready for the next speech. Then we went on to informative. We've been writing the front matter that prepares you to write the outline. You get the outline done, which we've done now, and the next step is to extrapolate speaking notes from the outline so we can give our speech. And we give our speech from the speaking notes, but you don't have to go word for word from the speaking notes either. And your speaking notes don't have to be word for word from your outline. It's just that you've done this research now and you've organized it into an outline. So now we're going to get speaking notes out of it, and then we're going to give a speech. And your speech is your speech, all right? Front matter's not your speech. Outline's not your speech. Speaking notes aren't your speech. Your speech is your speech. All right, so go ahead and published a rubric. The one I'm grading on is slightly different than that. You'll see it, but it's basically it's the same gist, same idea and stuff. So if you meet everything on that criteria I put out, you'll see on the speech assignment, you'll see that rubric on there too. The new rubric, the one I use with the grading part. Okay, so take a look at those. Make sure you meet the criteria. The first thing I want to talk about is making your notes. So you've completed your outline, you've got everything down, you got sentences for your main points, and you've got your support for your main points, and you've got at least 3 supports in your speech, and you've got everything ready to go. Now what we do is we take that information from the outline, we extrapolate a speech from it. So what you do, now say at the attention getter, when you look at that, your attention getter has to be a narrative, by the way. So you can't just do statistics or facts or analogy or something. You can use statistics, but you got to put them in narrative form. You got to give us some sort of a story that incorporates those statistics if you want to do it that way. But however, we got to come up with some sort of a story. There's a sample speech I posted in Module 4.2. It's called a student sample speech. And I took that off of one of our old textbook folks. And I want you to watch it, and you'll catch she's got a short narrative to start her speech. And then she gives her thesis, she lays out her main points. In this case, she has 4 main points. And then she goes through them, and she gives her citations. I think she gave too many cites in there. However, you watch it, and you can figure it out. But she goes through the whole thing, and then she goes back into her conclusion, and she restates her thesis, and she lists her main points again. And then she has a little tie down at the end where she gives a little narrative. So you'll be doing all those. If you look at her speech, it's a pretty good model as far as the structure goes. It's an interesting speech because she personalizes it, in which you should personalize your speech too. So anyway, let's get back to the notes then. So we take the speech, and we take out the narrative. So you have written out a narrative already, so you have a general idea. And these narratives should be about anywhere from 15 seconds to 75 seconds, someplace in that range. So you take out your narrative, but on your speaking notes, all you have to do is put one word. You can do the Starbucks drive-through story. You can do the Rusty story. You can do the ball game story. You can do the story about not having a clean whatever. I just lost my train of thought there. So anyway, but just that's all you need. You don't need to write out the story because you don't want to read it word for word. You want to just put what the name of the story is and then tell us the story in your own words at that time. Just like your friends. You got a story to tell them, or you got a little bit of news about somebody else. You go tell one friend one thing, and you go to the other friend and you tell them something slightly different. Okay, but the main idea is there, and that's what we want to get through. So do that. Be sure to give the audience importance to us. This is a persuasive part of an informative speech. And we're not persuading them about our content at all. We're trying to persuade the audience to listen to us. That's all that is. Why is it important to the audience? Well, if something's important to them, you're being persuasive when you're telling somebody something's important. So at this part, we want to persuade them to listen. We want them to sit up and go, oh, wow, that sounds interesting. Tell me some more. All right, so that's what we want there. So when we do the audience analysis, and we already know what the audience wants, and everybody's looking for to save time, to save money, to make money, to do something faster or more efficiently, or to be able to know something our friends don't know. We're all looking for some sort of thing like that. So give that to the audience. All right. So put in there. Many people are looking for ways to save time. That's all you have to put in there, and that's what we call the radio station WIIFM. And that's everybody's favorite radio station in the audience. It's what's in it for me. Okay? So that's what the audience is thinking. You have to give them something. All right? That's the whole idea, is to give them something. Even your thesis should give them something. All right? So the combination of that and your thesis should get the audience excited about listening to your speech. All right, so then after you do that, so your notes should just be what's important to the audience, and you already know. And then you write out your thesis. Okay. By the way, you're doing this on 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. You have 2 sheets of paper side by side. Just put them over your keyboard when you're recording, or put them anywhere. I had one student actually take a cardboard box and make a podium, and then just put the speaking notes on that. So you just have the notes. You can't touch the notes. You can't fiddle them around with them or anything like that. Just leave them there side by side. Don't turn them over. No turning over of notes. Side by side, right in front of you. And then use your hands like as you would. Well, look at me. My hands are flying all the time too. So it's okay to use your hands like that. It's expressive. It's putting emphasis on your point. And if you raise your voice a little bit, some people were talking too low in last video. Raise your voice a little bit, and what it does, when you talk louder, it makes your head bob a little bit. It makes your body language move. It shows enthusiasm. So do all those sorts of things about it. Generally, just raising your voice is enough to make you animated. So raise your voice. Speak from the diaphragm, not from the throat. Okay? So come down here and then speak out, and then go louder, and you'll bob around. Okay, so anyway, so you take that out, put your thesis, put your main points, put them out there. You don't have to remember them word for word. Just remember what the main part of it is. And then you have your transitions. I would write whatever transition you use. Now for my first point, now for my second point. I talked about my first, my second, now for my third and final. But be sure to say third and final when you get to your third point. No matter how you word it, say it now for my third and final point. All right. And then the main things, make sure you write out, when you say according to, write out who the source is so you don't forget that. You can look at your notes and read the source. It's okay to read what a source is. And if they have a specific quote, read the whole quote. That's fine too. All right, and then tell your story. After every piece of evidence, you have a story to illustrate it. You don't have to read that. All you need is a key word to look at it. Now, what I've done is I put on, in the module, I put down 7 different examples of speaking notes that students in the past have used. And I think one of the examples is one of my speeches, what I did of a professional nature. So take a peek at those if you like to, and look at the student video speech. But the key is to make the notes as quick as you can, and then practice out loud. Always practice out loud. So practice when you're driving in your car. Practice when you're out for a walk. Go in your closet and practice. Go down in the basement if you're afraid somebody's going to hear you and practice. But do it out loud all the time. So just practice telling your stories is all you really need to do, because you'll have your evidence written down there. So the key is practice over and over. You should practice 12, 15 times before you actually record your speech. All right? If there's anything more, please send me an email. But this is the theme. Extrapolate notes and start practicing your speeches. Beforehand, maybe practice your stories before you extrapolate the notes. That's fine too. But get the stories down, and so you only need a keyword to tell them. It's a lot of fun. You guys are going to enjoy watching your classmates' speeches and commenting on them. But we start out with a narrative and you end with a slight narrative at the end, or now you can use a fact or a statistic. That's fine too. But if you have any questions, let me know. All right. Good luck to all of you. I look forward to hearing those speeches.